Good morning, students. Good morning. So, in the previous class, I taught you the noun and the different kinds of nouns and pronoun also. Before going to continue our class, we'll have a short recap of the yesterday's class about pronoun. So, what is a pronoun? A pronoun is a part of speech that replaces a noun in a sentence. What was that? It was that which replaces a noun in a sentence. Okay, so in that, let us see an example for the pronoun. So, Ramu is teaching English. He went to Hyderabad. So, Ramu is teaching English. He went to Hyderabad. Ramu is teaching English is a one sentence and he went to Hyderabad is a one sentence. So instead of using Ramu in the second sentence, we are using the word he here. So what was that? Here. Instead of Ramu, we are using he here. So that is the pronoun here we are using. So there are many different kinds of pronouns we are having. There are personal, possessive, indefinite, subject and object, reflexive, intensive, demonstrative, and interrogative pronouns. So let us see them one by one. So, subjective pronoun. Subjective pronoun is the subject of the sentence like he, she, it, they, which are the mainly used as a subject in a sentence. So, as you can see here in the examples, she is my best friend. It isn't my dog. Does he know the answer? You and I will meet later. Okay, next, objective pronouns. Next, objective pronouns. Objective pronouns are used as the direct or indirect object of a preposition. Okay, so like he, him, her, it, us, them, me, you, like this. So, examples are given here. First one is give the book to me. Give the book to me. He is asking, not he is saying to I. Okay, he is saying to me. When it is we are using, as I said that we have gone through that pronouns chart no, as you can check in that. Next, the teacher gave her a reprimand. Okay, next, I will tell you a story. Next, Susan read it to them. Next, possessive pronouns. A possessive pronoun which shows that possession, they define a person who owns a particular object. Okay, like mine, yours, hers, his, its. Okay, and which comes before a noun. Examples are my best friend is my dog Simon. Okay, the boys lost their way in the woods. Our family reunion is this summer. Next, has Kyla met her new teacher yet? So, and the sixth type of pronouns chart is here. So, that first one is a personal pronoun, which refers to specific person or thing, and the form changes to indicate the person, number, or gender. So, they are I, me, mine, we, us, ours, your, yours, he, him, his, she, her, it. Okay, next, reflexive and intensive. So, these are used to emphasize their subject of the sentence. Okay, she wrote a note to herself. Next, demonstrative. Pronouns that point out a specific person, place, or thing. And they are this, that, these, and those. Next, interrogative, which introduces a question. Okay, used to ask questions like whose, whom, which, and what. Next, relative. These are used to link one phrase or clause to another phrase or clause. Okay, that, which, who, whom, and whose. Next, indefinite. The pronouns that refer to the nouns that aren't specifically named, like all, each other, few, many, several, some, etc. Next, coming to the adjective. An adjective is a word that describes a noun or pronoun. It tells what kind, how many, or which one. As you can see here, the examples: green shirt. Okay, next, sour limes. Here are some more example sentences. The better player wins the duel. So, better is the adjective here and player is the noun. Coming to the second sentence. This report is better than the first one. And the report is noun here and better is the adjective. Third one. Jim looks better today. What is the noun here? Jim. And what is the adjective? Better. Next, different types of adjectives. What adjective says about color, size, shape, taste, order, texture, sound, number, and weather. Okay, as you can see here on the screen, like color, size, shape, taste, order, texture, sound, number, and weather. Next, coming to the verb. A verb is a word or group of words that describes an action or experiences. Examples like realize, walk, see, look, sing, sit, listen, and etc. Example sentences like I like apple. Okay, next, come in please. So, I play cricket. She speaks English. Okay, I have completed my work. So, what is the verb in this sentence? I play cricket. Play. Okay, next, she speaks English. So, speaks is the verb here. Next, different kinds of verbs. There are three types of verbs we are having: action verbs, dynamic and static verbs, and linking verbs. What are action verbs? Transitive and intransitive verbs are called as action verbs. Let us see that. Transitive verb. A transitive verb has a definite object on which or for which the action is being performed. Okay, a transitive verb which has a direct object. So, Rose is painting the kitchen walls. Next, Hannah gave him a big hug. Next, intransitive verbs. Intransitive verbs also shows action, but here there is no specific object on which the action is being done. So, in the intransitive verb, we doesn't have any object, like he reads, she laughs, the bell rings, I play. Okay, so coming to the example sentences, Rose is painting right now. Okay, next, dynamic and stative verbs. Dynamic verbs denote an actual action or expressions or process done by the subject. Example sentences: she buys new clothes every week. Okay, buys is the dynamic verb here. He is swimming at the beach. Swimming is the dynamic verb here. Next, stative verb is which tells us about the state of mind of the subject or the relation between the subject and the object. She prefers strawberry jam. Prefers is the stative verb. The cupboard requires a new coat of paint. Next, coming to the linking verbs. Linking verbs connect to the subject, to a noun or adjective that helps in describing or providing additional information about the subject. So, which connect the subject to a noun or an adjective, which help us to give additional information about the subject. See the examples. Lisa is fussy about food. They are stubborn children. Okay, their students felt relieved. Okay, or else you can say that as the students are relieved. Every student felt the relief. Next, transitive verb. As you can see here, okay. So, in this, Maya sent candies from Switzerland. So, sent is the verb here. My mother took me to the zoo last week. So, took is the transitive verb. Next, Mark passed Joseph his cigar. Mark passed. Passed is the transitive verb here. Next, intransitive verb. Intransitive verb, the action, but unlike transitive verb, they do not have any object receiving the action. Like, he laughed, I fell, the sun set, I cried. Okay, next coming to the adverb. An adverb is a word that modifies a verb. Okay, so an adverb describes how the action is performed. They tell how much, how often, when, and where something is done. So, Erin ran the 5K quickly. How did she run the 5K? Quickly. Okay, next. He reads well. So, he reads well. What is the adverb here? Well is the adverb. She has to go immediately. What is the adverb here? Immediately. Next. About different type of adjectives we are going to learn in our next session. Thank you, children.